Hello, people of the viewing kind. I am finally here to stream again. This week, I am doing the fan art that I am being meaning to do. I've kind of procrastinated just a little bit too much, and I am now to get back into it. See what I got so far, because I just thought, DMC was it was kind of like a childhood thing of mine. Playing the series. The one personal opinion that might offend many fans out there is I only think that one was the only good one. Um, yeah, to be honest, every other game in the series just didn't cut it for me. It was really annoying, and I hated two, like straight up without a doubt, because two was absolute garbage. And three was good. I like three. Three was it really defined the hack and slash genre. And it really is why the reason why there's a lot of things like a lot of hack and slash games today. But other than that, um, yeah. So let's get right into it. And at the moment, this is a process I do with any of my paintings. Pretty much all my paintings. I first block out the color by after doing grayscale. I just, whoops. I originally have the grayscale and then I go into color. So I just block out the colors and pretty much go from there. So as you can see here, I'm doing a clipping mask for each thing. So essentially holds within the silhouette of this painting. So um, and so as you can see, it's not going outside the lines, just on the painting. I might hit overlay on that. Yeah, that looks right. And this is how I essentially start every kind of painting in general. So, um, it's it's just something I do. To be honest, I feel it holds a lot better in a sense. The painting, and it's really good. Like, cause I've got a very, I don't want to toot my own horn, but values I feel are something that I've gotten pretty good at over the years. And let me just get some references up for Mr. Dante here. And he was the only good character, to be honest. I hated Nero. I liked Virgil. Virgil was cool, and there was a time where I wanted to name my kid Dante, but if I ever had a kid. But now everyone's named their kid Dante, so bit of a shame. Now it lost the magic as soon as everyone started naming their kids Dante. So yeah. Anyway, with the sword, I will change the sword and because that's the other thing, I just block it out with the grayscale at first. It doesn't actually it doesn't confirm that that's what the whole painting is going to be. It's more of an area. So there are main fit things that will stay, like the facial features and all that sort of stuff. But all in all, it's not going to actually affect too much because it will change over time, and that is kind of the goal. So I just get this, so then I can then start mixing my oil paints that I've got, because I've got some little custom oil paints brushes that I use that simulate oil paints. And yes. Alrighty. Oh, that's actually more of a blackish color, isn't it? Ah, that's better. Hmm. I wish I could have some music, though. That's the only problem I have with streams is when you're doing streams, you just cannot play music for the life of you. Uh, just for the fact that every single time I do, a copyright sticker gets whacked on it, and then the video gets removed, and I am left with nothing. So that's the unfortunate part, and it's fair enough, but sometimes it's like, come on, man, just let me just play some kind of music, because it would really set the mood. It will help me paint as well, because music does at times help me just keep going with the paint, just keeps the rhythm going in a sense. Not pardon the pun, but you can't do that. It's not a thing. And I just realised something. I gave you guys the wrong link to the stream. um, let me fix that. Just flip that canvas just twice. We going. Okay, I think I did it. Oh, just bear with me, guys. I'm just actually fixing a problem that might be a bit of a well, it is a problem because then no one can actually access the stream. So yeah, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but should be fine now after this. Done. Okie dokie. Just minus the Twitter followers, whatever. Alright. I really do find fan art pretty fun, but it's at the same time, it's actually genuinely hard because you're trying to go kind of exact to something that you know you haven't done before. So for example, like with this, I've never really done Dante. I did Dante a while ago, but it was absolute garbage when I did it. It was the most garbage Dante I've ever done. But yeah, what was it? Hmm. There we go. Just looking at a reference as well, just to make sure I'm kind of on point, I guess. Because we always gotta, when it comes to anything, the one thing I find to improve is when it comes to improving anatomy, like faces and such. It's to definitely, what's the word? Um, is to really look at faces. Like, look at characters. Like I was for a while, I was doing anatomy study, and I was literally all I was doing was literally looking at faces. So I painted like and it can be fun too when doing that. It doesn't have to be this tedious sort of thing with facial studies. But I was going doing my favorite lead singers of bands. Like I a while ago I did a lot because I really enjoy Arch Enemy. I decided to do the lead singer of Arch Enemy a while ago. Alyssa White Gloves in and put on my Instagram. Didn't put anywhere else. And like I did David Draymond as well from Disturbed. I painted him. And then a while ago earlier, I'm not. I did do Gojira at one point. But I haven't really looked onto it since then. I'll probably do him again because it was like an earlier study. So there's a little ifs and buts about him. But yes. Hmm. That was just my phone going off. I always check my phone because like it's always somehow I'm always able to stuff up a stream and am able to get it to single-handedly just mess it up like I did before. I like the color of that sword that I just did then. Mm. I'm probably gonna for the sword though. I will definitely change that because I just don't like the face edge sword. I think it's the dumbest sword in the game. Like, just in the sense that like I just generally don't like it. It just doesn't have any appeal to it. You know. Anywho, I'll probably get into painting properly soon after blocking out. Just gonna do one more thing, and that is just to get some actual color into the face a little bit. So it's got a little bit of a I wouldn't say contrast, but it's got some life to it. It's a little bright. Mm, no, that's not gonna happen. That color. That's the problem with Dante. He's got like a very sort of like mellow, not mellow actually. That's the wrong term, but he's got a very odd skin color because like spoiler alert if anyone's watching, um, he's not really human-like in a sense. Obviously he's the son of the Dark Knight Sparta in the whole series, and it's always a big thing that he is that. But with that in consequence, he has a very hard skin tone that like I find personally just a little hard to do. Like not unaccomplishable, but it's hard. I shouldn't have done that with hair. Just focus on the. Oops. Nope, too bright. What if I did that? Yeah, alright. I'll deal with that. It can change. It can always change. Bit of a smudge. Give that a little bit of a smudge too. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Um, Alrighty. So now on to now I just merge the layers and that's it. That's final. And so now I actually get into the proper painting. So right now, reduce the opacity. Um, okay. Hmm, leave that for now. But I will definitely. Here's the other thing, bouncing light. It's a very important kind of step to do. Because, well, light bounces off each other. So you need to actually paint that in. And what's good is now I've now got a bit more freedom. This is kind of slowly becoming a part of what I know as playtime in a sense. Um, Not fully, but there's things now I can just play with and see what works, what doesn't, that kind of riffraff. And I really should put a background because we all need a background in things. Hmm. And I'll just put a very standard background actually. Nothing too complicated, nothing too hard. Just a little bit of desaturation though, definitely. And yeah, that works. I'll probably work on it later. Just just something there, just a bit of colour, because it just feels. I get a bit thrown off actually, weirdly enough, when it comes to that sort of stuff. Just because of the fact that it's I don't know, it's more of a fact that like because there's nothing there, I don't know what to work with, and then I can work with things later. So it's actually a bit hard to do Dante for Christ's like. Well, I already said that before, but like it's yeah, I'm really getting I'm really having trouble with this. Um, oh yeah, well, actually, just put a bit of colour. That's looking alright, I guess. What colour are Dante's eyes? Like a bluish colour, I believe. Mm. That's much better. It's getting there. Oops. Let's see. I'll be right back. Alrighty. add a little bit of purple because I've noticed that like I'm gonna try and kind of base it off the old Devil May Cry's, mainly the first one because that is my favorite. Um, he has little bits of purple I've noticed in his hair. If you look at the original box art for it, he's got little tinges of purple, like very subtle, but it's like it's enough for you to see. Um, so yeah, go have a look at that. It's actually really interesting. That well, I find. And I'll just bump it up, and whack on that. This is much better than my last painting of him. Like I'll tell you that much because it was pretty garbage, and it didn't have the love that I put into most of my paintings. Didn't have any of that. It just felt very bland. Didn't have any composition. You couldn't even see Dante's face. It's pretty bad. So now I'm here doing that, fixing what. Well, not really fixing. This is a new one altogether. But now what I'm thinking of doing is like doing something with this sword thing, this sword problem. I'll get around to that in a sec, but okay, there we go. What is? Hmm. I don't know. So you tell me. I do need to do something with that eye though. That eye's a little off. Now I come to look at it. Mm, ooh, okay. There. Oh, yeah, I need to like make his chin a little more. What's the word? Like diamond-like. That. No, it's not gonna work. Which Shrek is the magnum opus of the series? Hmm. What? What is? This might sound really bad, but what does magnum opus actually mean? Is it like the best one, or? Because I would say if it was to do the best one, I'd straight up say that it's just one, number one. Number one's the only good one, to be honest. Um, Two is alright. I enjoyed two. I went and saw that with a friend of mine when I was a kid, but um, overall though, it was not as good as like number one because like Shrek had that whole thing of being a grumpy old man, and it was really good in that sense where he had all that emotion that made us really crack up laughing. It was, and now it's just he then became not really a great character after a while, just for the fact that well he just I don't know he lost all that like grumpiness about him that made him the good character. Shrek 2 was good. Like, don't get me wrong, it was good nonetheless. Like, I think it was still a decent sequel, but it didn't exactly. What's the word? It was good, but it just didn't have that like the nature that like Shrek 1 offered. And I think Shrek 1 overall was like really good in that sense where he was just annoyed at everything. Which yeah, there was obvious reasons why he was like that, but like overall though, he was come on, like it was just. I know these are a little big, but I'll fix them because I am good like that. I can fix my crap. Hmm, much better. I really don't know what to do with this background. To be honest, like I like to do something in the sense of well, no, bit of a big chin right there. Oh, more messages they just came. His hair looks a little off. Yeah, I agree with that. The hair looks a little off. I liked Open Season. Wait, there was actually four sequels to Open Season. My God, what kind of a world do we live in where there's four sequels of Open Season? So I liked the first Open Season, and it was heartwarming that film, but but yeah, it was very Um, I can't say I've watched the other open season films though. To be frank, because I'm terrible when being up to date with things. To be honest, I feel. Hmm. No. Oh, okay. Oops. No, that doesn't work. I think the eyes aren't doing it. The eyes aren't doing it for me. Oops. Why? Why is it that as it take away the eyes, he looks more daunting than what he did before? My God. Like how? Logic, am I right? Anyway, I think I'm done for the hour. I'll. So I will leave the stream to where it is and maybe work on this a little bit more. I've got some client work I've got to do. And I will see you guys in the next stream next Wednesday. See you later.